Hey, welcome to 175, a channel dedicated to free thought, food for thought, and a whole lot of common sense. We take on questions, many of them controversial, and we try to answer them in under 3 minutes or so, sometimes a little more. Today's question came from Ryan Murphy, and he's from Washington, D.C., and he asks, does God give a reason as to why he decided after removing Lucifer and his authority to place Lucifer on earth rather than automatically placing him in Sheol or hell? And often you see things in the Bible or don't see them, where you need to make a simple theological statement. And that is, I don't know, because it doesn't really say. And in this particular case, Ryan, and any others that are questioning this kind of thing, it doesn't really give much indication as to what exactly happened with Lucifer. All we know is that he tried to supplant God's rightful place on the throne, and for whatever reasons was tossed out of heaven for, having a bit of envy toward the Lord and trying to start a rebellion. Typically speaking, rebellion is a bad thing on the personal level. Whenever you rebel against authority, the Bible says that you are, in fact, rebelling against God. You can look that up yourself in the chapter 13 of Romans. Most of the time, however, I think it's important that we don't read into texts and try to make things up. There is a line inside of hermeneutics that says something like this. If the Bible specifically says it, okay, well then that's called the baseline. If you have to deduce from something that the Bible is saying, then that's called a first-line deduction. And then there are second-line deductions, third-line deductions, fourth-line deductions, things that the Bible just is not real clear on or, in fact, just doesn't address. The farther you get away from the baseline deduction, in other words, the Bible does address it, the less dogmatic you can be toward it. So things like Lucifer and his existence, his creation, his rebellion, that's really not really spoken of very much, and most of it is given in euphemistic phrases and idioms that many times are very difficult to translate into English. That all said, as far as I'm concerned, God demands that he be glorified. Because he is the creator of the world. He is the creator of the universe. And when a being, in this case Lucifer, decides that he's better at it in leading his life than God, then often bad things happen. And it's no different with humans. Humans all the time take things into their own hands. And for whatever reasons, they think that they're better equipped, more knowledgeable, and smarter than God the creator. Quite odd. So be careful out there that you don't listen to people who are just making things up out of the Bible that just aren't there. At the same time, dig deep. Try to find some answers, and quite often this will lead to some esoteric thinking, which is always good for the soul. Till next time, Ed Kelly, the 175.